Alright, let's try it now. Test, test, test. Okay, so we have sound and we have picture, and that was not Twitch's fault, it was mine. Okay, so we have sound and we have picture. Sorry about that. There's a little mute button on the headphones that if you're not careful, and boy am I lost the ability to be careful, it can flip, and then no sound. And it's nice to have a mute button, but, you know, it's not nice when it's muted when you didn't mean for it to be. But it looks sorted now. So this is why we always check. Because it would be not great to have streamed like that for a while. Let me just tell you. Cool, because I've done stuff like that. Not great, not great. Alright, so you gotta be careful, Stream manager. Thank you to Alex Coach for the follow. I appreciate that. Alright, hello everyone. My name is Allie. I'm from Ok2BeFat because it is okay to be fat. Welcome to your Yakuza and etc. stream. We stream all the Yakuza games and some ancillary material, and you've made it to an ancillary material stream. So, this is Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise. And we are in the final days. What do you have a star orb, huh? What can we get with a star orb that's even good? I don't care about that. Chaotic Cryptid, hi! How you doing? I could go there. Technique power. Not very good. Okay, there's some places to go from here. Oh, thank you for contributing to the Friday Streams with No Swears challenge. Aw, thank you so much. Yep, we've got a channel points challenge going for a Friday stream with no swears. I am incredibly foggy today, y'all, so it has just been a day of nothing but fog. Technique finesse. What else do we got? Channeling charged attack. Anything else good? Burst defense. That's actually pretty good. Let's take that. Oh boy. Ooh, okay, so I didn't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. I don't care. I need to get the parts to unlock this thingy. And it did say in the menu how many thingies you need, which is nice. That is helpful. Because I gotta go buy the thingies. Because I don't have them. Alright, I need block of gold 4, metal scrap 8. Do you have either of those things? Oh! Alright. Okay, so that was metal scrap 8. Rusted nails! I already have the rusted nails. It's the gold. Now I need gold. Do you have gold? Who has gold? Do you have gold? Sell me gold. Oh, she's got gold! Because now it's kind of a piece of crap. And I have to fix it in order to be able to use it, which not a super big fan of as a style of crafting systems. Don't love it. Not my fave. But they have provided a way to avoid doing the parts of it that I didn't care to do, so it's not really that much to complain about. Alright, here we go. Hey, Bat! I need to customize my buggy on the bumper. Please repair the thingy and put it on. Yes, I would like... Oh, wait. Oh, well, shit. I forgot. I probably need fuel. There's a save point right outside, so I'll just boop over to that, I think. So, yeah, today has been an incredibly foggy day and a series of foggy days. LOL, who needs fuel? I do or I'll die. Oh, I guess I already did it. Oh well. Let's do it again. It's not that much. Like, it's game over, man. Game over. If you run out of fuel, which kind of bites. You don't want to do that. How's it going, Ex Libris? I hope you're having a nice day. Chaotic Cryptid also. I hope you are also having a nice day as well. I don't really want to fight these guys, but I probably am gonna have to. I wonder if I can kind of go around them. Let's see. Probably not. But I'm gonna try it. No, there they come. Yeah, T-bone me like a butt. Thanks, good day. I got to meet a new dog. Ooh, new doggy. That's nice. Reggie got some ham today, so he's having a great time. Being a good bud. Alright, let him get around me. As many as possible. Fuck you, dude. Get him! Yes! I like this game, but I am looking forward to getting back to the mainline Yakuza series. Hey, fuck off. Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to Yakuza 5. I hope y'all are looking forward to Yakuza 5 because it's coming up. Fuck you, dude. Everyone killed by a death scream. You too, buddy. You can keep walking backwards and it is not gonna help. I have a death scream and so do you! Yay, Reggie! Yes, he enjoys the ham an amount. He's like, you got ham for Reg? Ham for the good boy? And like, not every time. Every time, I mean, because he wants ham every time. We're gonna play death baseball a little bit. And I'm just like, but it can't be ham every time we go into the kitchen. And he's like, but what if it was? The bikers are starting to get better. They're coming in faster and curving a lot more often. Like baseballs. Is that right? They might be harder to hit, but I'm sure you can do it. Advanced difficulty unlocked. Alright. Also, each type of biker is different. For example, the guys with mohawks will come at you in a straight line like a fastball. Get a good feel for each rider's style, and it may be easier to land a perfect hit. So, are you ready to start swinging? Alright. I'll try it. I'll give it a go. Good luck out there. I was just telling Josh with the ADHD, like, everything is always just, like, too much or never enough. Too much or never enough. Too much brain talking or not enough to the point where it's scary. It's like, all the times that I'm like, shut up, brain, Leave me alone. Oh, well, he didn't get past. And then, you know. Oh. Alright. That's a hit. Then when it does go, but when it does shut up, it goes dead ass, like, scary silent, and it won't do anything. And, like, that's not what I was asking for. Jeez, there's a lot of jumpy guys here. If they expect me to be able to tell what kind of hairstyle each one of these little duders has got when they're whamming up towards me, hyper hit, that is just asking too much. Oh my god, come on now. Oh fuck, I missed him. This is harder. There he goes. Alright, that's pretty good. Super hit. It's a D. Hey, whatever, man. We're all doing our best. I'll try it again. I think I could get some destiny points if I just get one more hit. So, I'm gonna try that. So, today I tried a new thing, with my just epic, horrifying brain fog, that is, probably attributable to an amount of things, including the sheer fucking stress of having long COVID in a world that wants to pretend like that's not a thing that can happen, and is forcing my husband, who helps me take care of myself, which I need now, thanks to COVID, like he has to go on these fucking trips, because we're all just pretending, you know, and then the long COVID, and the ADHD, and the stress, and the fucking just grief, and all the fucked up shit, and people, just able people just wildly showing their asses, it's just not, you know, and then, like, a lot of bad stuff happened, and people were really, really shitty. Like, you gotta love it when people who are significantly better resourced, financially and socially than you have a whole bunch of shit to say about problems they've never had to deal with and have no comprehension of how they even work. Clearly, because, like, the fuck shit they're saying doesn't make any fucking sense to anyone who's ever been through that experience, but they're so, you know, they're so convinced that they know based off of vibes. And they're, like, you know, calm, like, unshakable assurance that anyone who is disabled is a liar, essentially. You know, and if they just gave it, like, more of a try. And I'm like, you know what, bitch? I don't want to have to try this hard, actually. I'd like to try a lot less hard. I think that would be a lot better for me. Trying less hard, less, like, you know, all these fucking demons of, like, people acting like bullshit and, like, telling me how I should do things when I'm like, you couldn't do the things that I can do, so fuck off. You don't know what it's like for me, and, like, your advice is bullshit, useless, worthless crap. And it's not even advice that I didn't ask for. Like, people, like, feel extremely free to order me to do things, and I am simply not available for that. You want to order me to do things when, like, you're not offering any assistance with that? Fuck off. Adela Siobhan is here. Hey! And I'm just, like, simply fucking done with this kind of shit. You're not gonna tell me that I'm doing fucking having long COVID wrong. How are we supposed to do it right? Adele Siobhan says, yeah, and Lil Sub says, hey, y'all, hey, Lil Sub, how's it going? Like, no, I'm gonna put a fucking pin in doing a lot fucking less and pushing way less hard because, like, my brain hurts. It literally hurts. And, like, I got waged work I gotta do with my brain. So I need at least enough brain to do that. Like, people who have so little fucking interaction with the medical system that they literally think that there's some magic way to get into a scientific study and get special, like, magic medical care that they imagineer exists, okay? Because they're just like, well, there has to be something. Well, there's fucking not. And it's just like, well, I don't want it to be true that there's not anything that would, like, you know, disrupt my, like, viewpoint of the world. So I'm just gonna call you a fucking liar and say you don't try. Eat my ass. And go to hell. Cause, like, no. Fuck off. That is some fucking bullshit. And I'm still mad about it, and I'm gonna stay mad about it. Because the person who did it doesn't think that they did anything wrong. Like, I mean, you're so mad about it. I was just trying to help. Because I'm so concerned. I'm so concerned that I'm going to argue with you and order you around like I think you're my mommy. Fuck off. I try harder than anyone I fucking know. No one's gonna sit there and tell me I don't fucking try. Not anymore. It was offline. And the person who did it damn well should have known better. But, you know. I'm just like, I don't know, when, like, privileged people don't want to hear shit, they just simply won't. And that's the end of that. But, like, you know, they're gonna, like, fucking vamp their way into a functional medical system? You only think there's a functional medical system because you never have to use it. Sorry if you're unintentionally contributing. You're not unintentionally contributing. You're fine. You're okay. Don't worry about it, Lil Sub. You're cool. This is like... Oh, you know... I don't know, I've been doing a lot of reading for my design project about, like, cognitive load. And, like, for people with cognitive disabilities, which even before long COVID, ADHD is a cognitive disability because it affects working fucking memory. You know, and, like, working memory and ability to, like, literally remember things from one fucking second to the next is, like, extremely disabling when it's quite bad. And that, like, every single thing that people... I'll need to build up some speed? That wasn't enough? Alright, fucking fine then. Let me go down this road some, I guess. Alright, Whippa-Yui. It's just like every suggestion from people who are not disabled themselves or who do not have, like, you know... Alright! Do not have, like, their own neurodiversity or cognitive disability problems. It's all shit that adds more cognitive load. And I'm like, I'm telling you, I need that to be less, not more. Significantly less. But then, like, and then just want to be like, well, just do it. And it's like, just, this is not helping, so you may simply be silent. I keep explaining that to a coworker and he does not get it. You should do arithmetic on the fly. Ha, no. Yeah, what the fuck? Most people can multitask. He asks people a series of questions while they fill out a tablet full of questions. Good lord. People just will not listen. And, like... dot.
なんじゃその恥ずかしい二つ名は。まあ、京王軍の下っ端がわしをそう呼んでおるのは知っておる。で、わしをその名で呼ぶということは、お前は京王軍の人間なのか。いや、京。
いや。
名代を探している。ほう。ずいぶん物知りだな。無視してやろうかと思ったが、お前に興味が湧いたぞ。時間がない。早く京軍の居場所を教えてくれ。はっ。おい先短いわしに時間がないとはよく言う。
I mean, warn people specifically about the technology, but yeah. No, they don't listen. It's true. I mean, it's like... a lot of bad things have happened this year, and a lot have happened to me. And it's just not surprising that I'm, like, having severe brain fog. Even if I didn't have long COVID, I probably would be dealing with some brain fog right now. Just simply from the stress, overstressing my mental resources, you know. And the stress and the anxiety. The personal betrayal, you know, and all of that stuff, and the grief and losing people, it's just a lot.
わしが見たスフィアシティの様子を話に行っていただけ。それだけじゃ。そうか。
Today, because sometimes it'll clear off in a couple of hours after I wake up, and then I can kind of move a little bit better mentally, but like, sometimes it doesn't. It just doesn't lift all day. I mean, I'm getting good sleep now, but it's like not been long enough. I'm still exhausted. So, today, I tried a new tactic. Listen to the voices of the people. Is this what it's come to, children of Eden? Okay, so now I gotta go back. Alright, I guess we're going back now. The sage of the desert is baking, hell yeah. So like, I mean, part of the problem has been like having ADHD strategies that are unhealthy long term, but do work short term. Sure, we'll do it that way. It worked. Whatever. And like one of my tactics has been to be very, very strict with myself. About like, you know, being productive and not mentally wandering off and keeping to a strict you know, not even a strict schedule. This schedule is pretty solid right now, and it is what it is, but like strict like task lists, and you have to finish this before you can start that, and you have to do this before you can do that, because like, you know, I've had problems with like pretty bad outcomes of just being like, I don't need to worry about that, and like, yeah, I did need to worry about it, and then things got real bad, and like, and that's the thing that's scary, is like, I'm just like, I can't trust myself, without, like, feeling like I can't trust myself to do the basics without this, like, intense, like, screamerating kind of, like, at myself, like, just being really tough and harsh with myself all the time, and, like, it feels bad, but it, like, always felt bad. It never felt good to do that, but, like, it did work until it stopped, and it doesn't work anymore. And I've not adapted to that. And like the whole situation is completely different than it was when I, you know, had to start being like that with myself. I'm not like, not 19 anymore. I'm not completely on my own. You know, out there hanging out by my fucking self, you know, with no one to help me. That's just not true anymore. And like, also, there's an impulse to like hide how bad it is. Because like, I don't know, I mean, like, that's nice. Just whack me a bunch of times, butthole. Like, get him! Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I've not had a lot of great luck, with admitting that I'm having a cognitive problem. And asking for help. Like, I mean, I tried that in college and it didn't help and got misdiagnosed, and, you know, it just, it's like, you have to, you know, the help that there is not, like, helpful. And it's mostly just, like, neurotypical people being like, well, nobody else has that problem. Why are you weird and broken? Just do what you're supposed to do. Which, like, makes me feel worse. Like, I know what I'm supposed to do. And I know what I want to do. I don't need people to tell me. Yeah, it barely works when it did work. Yeah. Good news, Walmart will mail my prescription and I can get groceries delivered, meaning more energy for me. Oh, that's great! I'm so glad to hear that. Alright. Jesus, can I go? Are we done? I'm so bad at doing things on my off time, I feel like I'm failing. Yeah, I mean, same, like, really. I feel like a huge failure. Um, and it's not like I'm not, I mean, I feel like a huge failure when I'm sick and barely, barely able to function. Like, I need to concentrate on getting back from that and doing the best that I can and, you know, making a space for myself that's supportive and stuff like that. And, like, the screaming is just not helping. It is grinding everything to a stop. Um, and, like, I don't, and it's mean. I don't want to be mean to myself anymore. You know? I'm like, I got enough people being mean to me. Like, I'm gonna do that to myself too. Like, maybe I could be nicer to myself. So, what I tried today was, I couldn't settle. I was having one of those days where, like, I was trying to work on the design project and, like, could not intake information and could not express thoughts and I wasn't really, it was just coming up just bone dry. And that was frustrating because, like, it is not done and there's a lot more left to do. And then the whole thing needs to be translated into a Google Doc so I can upload it. And I haven't done that either. And, like, so there's an amount of things that need doing, but I just couldn't do them. And then I tried studying Japanese. I did that a bit, and I just couldn't make that work. And was just spacing out and feeling upset because, like, those are the things that I wanted to do today. And I did them a little, but not like I wanted. And that's frustrating. So I just went and kind of laid down and closed my eyes for a little while. And just kind of, I'm just like, I'm spacing out so hard. What if I just took 15 minutes and laid down and closed my eyes and just let myself space out? What if I just did that in 20-minute increments until I felt like doing something else? Like, what if I just did space out Pomodoros? If the fear is that I'm going to space out so hard that I will miss checking or doing things that I need to do, what if I set a timer so that I know to get up and go check the thing, and then I can just lay here and space out for a little while, and I don't have to worry? Like, that is reducing cognitive load, right? Like, brain don't want to do. So now what? Take more of the load off, if it's possible. It's not always. But, like, today it was. And, like, so that's what I did. And, like, I'm still, like, not thrilled by how today went. I don't like having brain fog. I don't feel good. But I feel better than I have when I've spent the entire day locked in place screaming at myself. I feel better than I would when I do that. And I got the same amount of stuff done, maybe even a little bit more than I would have if I had done it the other way. And I feel a little bit better, and certainly less guilty and upset. Cursed by Kathy. I feel like neurotypical people are in deep denial of how complex the brain is. Yeah. I get that. Groceries is definitely a skill and a time suck. What do I ask Josh to make for easy meals? What we've been doing for easy meals, and I have to be honest, we've been doing a lot of takeout. Because we're both kind of at the bottom of the barrel of energy right now. And Josh is also having some trouble sleeping. So, it's been a lot of takeout because I also haven't been physically feeling very good. And so having food that is tempting, is important. and sometimes the things that we have, I don't want them. But for easy meals, I do like uh because I need to have things that I can also eat when my stomach's like dairy can bite me. So like I have some kinds of just like microwave frozen dinners that I eat. We'll get frozen pizzas and make those. We get the fake chicken patties, and we'll heat one of those up on the stove and make a sandwich. I will eat hummus for a meal. Um, Sometimes if I'm feeling sick to my stomach, if I eat a popsicle first, then I can eat. So sometimes I'll do that. Um, yeah, that's it mostly. I mean, like I've tried to buy groceries lately, and it just goes bad because like I can't get up the energy to cook. So I don't think that's a good use of money. And feeling bad and guilty about stuff, and it's just like I have a block of tofu that's gonna keep for a while. I wanted to make miso soup. Like that is the other thing that I did was I wanted to make miso soup, and so I got um Josh to get because Josh is currently doing all of most of the chores because I can't do anything. But I asked him to please get me the stuff so I can make miso soup. But I deliberately chose a food item where if I wasn't able to cook, that the groceries for it would keep. So it's like tofu, a couple of like fresh jalapeno peppers, and if those go bad, I don't need them. Some eggs, which we have, and like chicken broth, which is gonna keep for a while. That's fine. And like what else did I put in it? Yeah, like onions, and it's fine without the onions. And so like everything, most of that stuff will keep for a while if I don't get to around to cooking it. And if it goes bad, I mean, I don't know. I want to cook, but it's not been working. Takeout works, microwave and frozen stuff works. A lot of times what I'll do with takeout as well is I'll try to order something that I know I can get 2 or 3 meals out of. Like if we're gonna order from there's 2 Chinese places that we order from. One is the place with the good hot and sour soup, and then we don't like the rest of their stuff, and the other place is the place that is good for everything but soup. But every time I order from like the Chinese food place, that with the if I'm not feeling good and it's a soup day, I'll get 2 containers of soup so that there's some extra. I'll get like a a bigger order of bourbon chicken than I think I can eat, and then I'll just eat some tomorrow, and I know that there's food in the fridge. Eggs last forever. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and like tofu is gonna stay good a pretty long time. So I'm not that worried about it. But like, yeah, no, it's not. I don't love it, but yeah, like the just being like lowering the cognitive load is, I think, gonna be the key to everything because like I don't got it. And like the less energy I have, the more I am kind of noticing the tripping up kind of little frustration things that I want to use this design project to solve for. So in that way, it's like research, I guess, because everything that is irritating is extra irritating. And it's like, even in times where I'm doing good braining, I could do better braining if this was more effortless, if this was more seamless, if this task was easier to do, then I could do it quicker and go do something else, even when I feel fine. And that is the goal. But yeah, the amount of produce in my fridge that has liquefied, lol, I mean, same. I got like real excited in March thinking that I was going to do X, Y, and Z, and the whole, oh god, the entire, like, produce bin had to be thrown out. It was depressing because in between the time that it took me to be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and like actually when I thought I was gonna do it, and I just couldn't. Um, I mean, and I already have like tried to reduce complexity by like getting a what's it, one of them pressure cooker dealies, um, and it's great, but I still have to use it, and that's still some effort, and like I don't even have it for that. Um, that's not ideal, and like I'm like maybe instead of scream hollering at myself all the time, I could be like, uh, what if, uh, I don't know, what if. What if you got off, like, I don't know, I'm just like, I've sprained my brain. I need to get, it can't be like a load-bearing part of things right now, because it's not working. And, like, putting more strain on it is just gonna buckle it more like a fucking ankle. You know? It's a body part. It needs some time. I want to fight my workplace on some design issues, especially around disability issues. Yeah. Yep, and I wish you would, but I know that this is going to take more energy that you don't have. Yeah, I mean, that's true as well. I mean, that's kind of the thing sometimes, even with workplaces or even with, like, personal relationships with somebody, sometimes you just want to be like, it's simply easier to just exit the situation than to do. I don't have the ability or the energy to do the amount of work for you that it is apparently going to take to get you to understand that you can't, like, just keep doing stuff like this. Hey Ken, I was waiting for you. Jagra. No, she went out to get some info. Did you find out where Kyo-O's at? Not yet. Gotcha. I've been asking around too. You got any time for to talk later? Alright. I got some shit to take care of first, so is it cool if I swing by your hideout later tonight? Sure. Yeah, let's just call it my hideout. Alright. Hey, I can turn it to night and then go eat at Rob's bar. Rob, why is your bar time locked? I guess they just wanted to have a time locked thing, so they did. I mean, like, I think that's the thing, people who are in, like, you know, it's very hard to sometimes with people who are in sort of, like, mixed categories of marginalization where they're, like, marginalized in some ways and not in others, and to understand that, like, when you ask a marginalized person to, like, fucking write a dissertation to explain some shit to you when they've, like, simply asked you to not do some shit, like, you are asking for, like, an amount of work in order for you to approve that, like, they're allowed to ask you to change your behavior. And, like, I might not agree to change my behavior, okay? I might not. Like, I don't agree with everybody, and I don't do everything everyone asks me to do. I look at things, and I make my decisions. I will look stuff up, and I will do research, and I will make a decision based on what I think is best. So I'm not just gonna do shit because people, like, ask me to do it, but I'm not pissed off. You know, I mean, unless it's, like, I mean, clearly there's some shit people should not ask you to do, like don't post pictures of yourself on the internet because you're too fat. Like, no, those people can get fucked. But, like, you know, if someone's like, I think this terminology is better than that terminology, I'm not, like, mad at them for, like, thinking about what would be better, and I might not agree. But, like, you know, some things are not gonna be closed questions, and they're still gonna be up for, like, especially things like terminology are going to be up for like community discussion, and things are going to evolve and change. You know, and that doesn't happen unless people ask. And like, it's okay to ask. People might like not agree, and it's okay for people on, you know, where you're not being a rude butthole and invalidating someone's like experience in life. Like, you know, it's like okay to disagree on an amount of things, but like there's like buckets of different things that do not. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know, man. It's like these two things are not the same, and the fact that you think that they are, I just do not simply have. I just don't have it to try to like break that down for you. Sorry. But I can't do that anymore. I don't have the energy. Losab says in all caps, ugh, the dissertation. I'm low-key mad about some throwaway jokes because it's wormed my way into my brain, and explaining it would be ugh. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. I get that. Hello, Mr. Pumpkin Boy. What are you looking at? He's like, food. I look at food. Like, alright. Reggie's trying to get big. Hey, sorry to come on such short notice. I mean, but like, also, it does hurt my feelings. Like, when, you know, somebody that you think that you can trust, like, is like, does like a full out ableism at you, it's hurtful. Because I'm just like, damn, I didn't think you of all people would, like, treat me like that, but apparently you do think you can, and that sucks. I don't want to explain how sweating like a menopausal woman is not great for discussing your ulcer problems. Not menopausal, but damn. Hey, fuck that person. Because, like, I've had hot flashes from perimenopause and from long COVID, and also, like, it is fucking sucks. And yeah, that just sucks. I don't know. It's just a real, I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. Like, maybe you could, like, be less shitty and more funny and creative and come up with stuff that's, like, not about, like, taking shit dumps on other people. You know? It's just, like, maybe if you were, like, original and actually funny, you could come up with things to say to express yourself that do not involve taking chunks out of other people and then thinking you're funny. Because it's not that funny. And it's not even that hard to do. It's really not that hard to get some mean people to laugh by being a mean jerk. Like, it's the oldest tactic in the books, but it's lazy. It's real lazy. And it's like, I don't know. I'm just like, you get, I don't know, just like, get better jokes or stop telling jokes. Because that sucks. And it's not even funny. Gonna fight a drag queen at noon, be right back. Uh-oh. Sounds like a situation. Yeah. Sage of the Desert. Huh. Now that you mention it, I do remember a stubborn-looking guy at Not Eye's side. He said, listen to the voices of the people, and maybe you'll start to see the big picture. Damn. Big picture, huh? Sounds like a load of crap. In other words, he wants us to gather info here in Eden, right? How many people does he think the city has? Chakra, I did not ask him a bunch of questions. I came back here and told you what he said. I don't know. Well, don't think too hard about it. I thought this might be the case, so I'm having Lyra ask around too. Lyra? Lyra runs the city at night. She can give us a ton of info. I had her start just after we talked in the cathedral. I see. I'm going to Kenshiro explode this. Oh my god. Oh no, not the raspberry jam explosion. I got high hopes for her. I mean, she's a pro at getting the lowdown for customers. Though, she never did tell me what she did before the war. ... Either way, she'll send a message our way if she learns anything new. Let's take a break. Yeah. I love breaks. Captain Jagra, Kenshiro. Hey, good to see ya. Got some intel from Lyra? Sir! Alright, come on, Ken. Let's head to the nightclub. Drinks are on me. I hate to break this to you, Captain Jagra, but... Huh? What is it? I received another request from Miss Lyra. She wants you to bring her the item she requested? Dang. Not the item. Kenshiro ellipsis? Shake weight! Oh my god, y'all. Did I ever tell y'all about the time that my coworkers brought in a shake weight to work? And they was all fucking talking all the time about, like, weight loss and the shake weight, and they'd pass it around and talk about their weight loss goals and their biggest loser competition, and, like, I just saw stuff about, like, not making fun of people, but I will make fun of people strategically, because I asked them to stop talking about dieting, and they just, like, simply ignored the fuck out of me. And so I was just like, alright, fine, I see you're ignoring me, and I'm gonna raise you, laughing in your face at how hilarious it is to watch someone use a shake weight in an office chair, and then just I was not even really doing it on purpose. It was very funny. And they were like, stop laughing at us. And I was just like, it's so funny to watch, though. And then I would just crack ass. I didn't say anything to them. I just watched them do the shake weight in their little rolly office chairs and laughed my ass off. And after about 2 days of that, they stopped. Bet you couldn't stop giggling at the shake weight? Yeah, that would be correct. Hand job of weight loss. I mean, I guess that's what they thought it was gonna be. And I was just like, I mean, I'm all for, like, doing your little exercise stuff and whatever you want to do, man. But, like, when you start talking shit about fat people in front of me... Oh, gosh. I'm so sorry. Y'all, it is gassy and embarrassing. Long COVID and perimenopause are just very humbling. Very humbling experiences. What does she want? I, like, not want to burp into the microphone, and it just snuck up on me, like, dang. Having a body is a scam. I really do think. I mean, sometimes it's nice. But in amounts of time, it does feel like a bit of a scam. Carpal tunnel hand job. What does she want? I mean, if you did that to someone's wiener, they would have a right to be upset. Because, geez, it's extremely vigorous. I'm like, you gotta treat the ween with more kindness than that. That's not it. Not like that. Wow. But it is funny. It's very funny. As funny as you think it is, imagine, like, ladies and business casual doing it in their rolly office chairs. Very, very funny. High class tobacco. She says she's been getting tired of the cheap stuff. So we can't get our info without it? Do you need help finding some? Nah, I know where to go. I just told her it's important that you know right away. I'll visit Lyra later. You go ahead of me. Get that info. Sure. Did they fall out of the chair? I mean, there was an amount of, oh god, this chair is rolling away from me, while they're, like, still holding on to the shake weight and, like, tippy-toeing, like, forward in the chair. It was very funny. Like, that thing is not, like, it is a weight. And they try to, like, haul it back so they wouldn't roll. It's very good. It was very good. I mean, like, it's one of them things where if you're just like, I really just do not want to hear about weight loss, and people, like, really cannot hear you, like you're speaking human words, like, they just don't. And in those situations, I mean, there's not a lot you can do. I mean, you can either, like, try to make them stop by making the situation super duper uncomfortable, but that will not win you any friends. At all. It makes people angry and upset, and it is kind of isolating to do that kind of thing, and it's not always possible to exist, because sometimes you have to, like, people need to like you, and so in that situation, all you can do is just try to ignore it, and it sucks, because people do not think that they have to, like, be careful about that in any way. LOL, yeah, I want to work at the nightclub. Now what are we gonna do? It's like, you know, it's not always optimal. I don't think this is it. Where's Lyra? Is this not the right place? Dang, is she up at the cathedral or something? Or I like go up here? Really? Alright. Fine game. Differentiate it that way if you must.
あら、いらっしゃいケンシロウさん。今日も闘技場で一戦やってく？
What?
今日は違う。
わかっているわ、冗談よ。話はジャグレから聞いているわ。京軍の根城を探しているんでしょ。
ああ。
だったらさっきここの客から聞いたとっておきのネタがあるんだけど。
Juicy details.
あんたに教えてあげようかしら。
なんだ。
京軍は特定の居城を持たず、荒野の一角に陣を張っているそうなのよ。
Alright.
それで昨日お客が見たっていうのよ。京軍が張っているっていう陣を。
それはどこだ？
エデンから東の方角らしいわよ。でも行くなら急いだ方がいいかもね。奴らは一箇所に長くはとどまら
Oh
ない。
dang, you better hurry.
礼を言う、ライダー。
暇ができたら。
Discount Shira has the intel.
あんたが戦うと。
She does have a little bit of a discount Shira vibe, little sub. That's well spotted. Siege the army of ruin. It's a necessity. I mean, alright. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm not trying to, like, blow through the end of this, but I do, like, want to get to Yakuza 5. I miss the Mahjong, to be honest. I mean, I miss my little baby Kiryu, giant, beefy baby Kiryu. What are we doing now? What am I supposed to be doing now? Why is it? Alright. It says to go to the hideout, so I guess I will. Map marker. I like to watch you fight, kid. You working on fixing spurts? Nice. Hey, Ken! Is Yuria really sleeping in Sphere City? Yeah, I saw her with my own eyes. Nugget's like, Bagok? Really? Did something happen? Well, I was just with Jagra, and all of a sudden a guard rushed in from the wasteland. He was saying something like, I saw Lady Yuria! What? No, it's not! This should have been triggered earlier, because, we know she's in Sphere City. No. He saw Yuria? Where? I think he said the Cursed Village. That guard keeps watch there. The Cursed Village? What did Jagra say? Jagra told him he must have got scared and started seeing things. He didn't believe the guard at all. It's strange for him to see Yuria, of all people. Yeah, right? Maybe she snuck out of the secret military base to surprise you? ... The one I started a while ago is uneven in tone. I've been quietly freaking out for a week in a kind of Revelations way. Oh, okay. Like, did you figure out how to fix it, or... Say more about that if you want to. Huh, just joking. If you're worried about it, why don't you go take a look? Yeah. I think that guard went back up to the Cursed Village. Maybe he'll tell you more. It's not her. She's at the military base. What am I supposed to do now? Go to Sleepy's? Alright. Oh, 'cause I gotta turn it back into day so I can go outside. Let's go. How y'all want to end this game? Should I put Kenshiro back in his tux for a bit? I might do that. Let's do it. Manager. Oh, that's gonna save it. There it goes. Saving the game so we can look very, very nice. Oh, very handsome. Alright, here we go. It's time to do some managing. I mean, I like this game. I think it's good for what it is, but ooh boy, I'm ready for Yakuza 5. And we are going to be playing Yakuza 5 for a while, because that game is big. Y'all know how Yakuza 4 had 4 protagonists? It's like that if there was also, like, each protagonist kind of had almost their own game. What's going on here? What's your deal? Oh, Kenshiro. Did you tell Jagra that you saw Yuria? Yes, that's correct. When the King of Fists came to Eden, I heard him mention Yuria's name, so I decided to do some research. During that time, Kisana showed me a portrait of her. I knew I could never forget a face like that. I was sent to keep watch in a cursed village not long after. And just 2 days ago, I saw someone pass through the fog. It was... Yuria? Yes, she looked exactly like she did in the picture. Captain Jagrata said the cursed villagers are all gone, but there might still be spirits lingering there, right? Dot? Spirits? I'm not sure. No, I mean, one half has the tone I want, and the other half is just dancing between and excitement for the character, and I'm not sure. I'm just rehashing scenes. I'm not sure whether I should be part of a larger fic. It's just about the viewpoint character's idea of love. Oh, I see. That is a tough one. Fuck you, dude. Hi, Bat. Fuel me up, Bat. Refuel or refrain. Alright, go to the wasteland again. Yeah! I've been kind of frustrated lately too about not being able to do the Japanese studying that I want to do, but like maybe next time I feel really frustrated about that, I could just do some listening practice, which is also important and also needs doing. Maybe I could just do a little bit of katakana studying or hiragana studying if the kanji program is causing me to feel brain burned. Which it usually doesn't. It's usually extremely soothing and nice, but I'm like so tired and busted and I guess just completely battery powered, dead, burnt out, like you name it. That like even things I normally like really find soothing and nice are like not feeling super great right now. And it's just like, well, maybe there's another way to get at that thing rather than the part that's upsetting. Like, because what I want to feel is motion. I want to feel like I'm making, you know, like I'm making progress towards like the thing that I want to progress on. But, you know, there's a lot of times there's a bunch of different ways to make progress. So, I'm going to try to keep that in mind. I mean, it's like, it's hard because, like, this is all great shit to think of. But, like, am I going to, like, remember to think of it? Is it going to occur to me? Is it something that I'm going to, like, remember is a good idea when my brain is not working great? I don't know. That's kind of the fucking problem. So I gotta go. I think I do. Alright, we're gonna go up this trail, I guess. What the shit? I don't think that was right at all. Wait, can I just drive up this? Well, fuck. Well, why would I do it any other way then? Hey, guy. I'm fine. I just don't want to scramble in actually emergency for something that might not even work for me. I gotcha. In my area, the local pharmacies have a run on Plan B. Tried to get it for emergency. Jeez, I'm sorry about that. All right. Give me fuel. Oh man. I said give me fuel, and then my brain went, give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. And I was like, no, that's the bad Metallica. Like, not bad as in evil, but just bad as in not as to my personal taste Metallica. But that album is bad. Cursed by Kathy says, there are times when my brain is so fried that the soothing, gentle music and meditation acts makes me want to claw my ears off. Yeah, I feel you. Hydration check. I did it. Thank you for the hydration check, Redemption. Just as a reminder, because I keep forgetting to mention this, if you have channel points, which if you've been watching the channel, you do, you can use them on redemptions. There's a bunch of different things that you can redeem for. You can do, like Losop just did, a hydration check. You can do a posture check. I'm usually slouching, so it's good to remind. There's different things that I'll say, We don't really have throwing fights in this game, so that one's not really... I wouldn't pick that one, but there's also cat news. You can ask about the cats. And there's channel points challenge currently going. The last channel points challenge was the move. No, it was a stage play, right? Yes, it was a stage play. This one is no swears. I want to do the movie with y'all, but I need to be slightly less fried for that because it involves setup. So, I tried to pick something that didn't involve as much setup, and I think that was a good idea because, I can do this at any point without extra equipment. I just have to remember to try not to swear, which is difficult because I fucking love swearing. And it is not a promise of a perfect Friday stream is the longest stream. It is not in any way a promise that I will be able to do this. I assure you I will not be able to do it. But it is a promise of the comedy of a struggle to do something that's not that important and will be funny to watch me sincerely try to do, which I do promise a sincere attempt at Southern Baptist rules, no swears, for a whole 4-hour stream. I will not be able to do that, but I really am gonna try. And so that is the part that should be fun, is watching me struggle for something that is silly and doesn't matter, and then repeatedly fail. What the fuck? Come on, go the other direction. God. Can I get this thing? I'll slide through it sideways, molten rock. I guess. No swears. Gosh, alley fish hooks. I know, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be rough stuff. Roof stoof. Can I just drive up this thing? Fuck this. Oh my god, I did it! I just drove up the side! I should have been doing that all along. Why did I even bother driving the other way? No getting past here. Take my advice and get lost before you get hurt. Let me through. Do you know who you're dealing with? It's the Army of Ruin, right? Shit. Finally set up camp, and this ding-dong shows up. Alright, guys. We'll turn this clown into scraps. I don't think that you will. Army of Ruin. That's right, bitch. Oh, kiss! Get him! Hatch! Yes! Atta! Atta! And then he said, Bakana! How many of these guys can I just explode kick to death? Hey, fuck you, dude. Get a load of my chicken! Slap in the face to death! Oh, for fuck's sake, dude, that's not chill. Hey, fuck off, dude! Fist of Penitent! Raspberry... HE double hockey sticks, raspberry jam carry time. Splody brains, battle chicken peckham. Well, some of these are all great. Just blood and vibes. I'm just running in circles while I look at the chat. Guts for the gram, migraine motors. These are all great. I love it. Hey, stop it, butthole. I think under Southern Baptist rules, butthole's not allowed. We're talking down to drat levels, and dang. Dang, I think, is okay. Alright, get over here. Oh, fuck you, dude! Now everyone is smooshy. Ooh, I got a new death cry. What now? Do you like my tux pants? Ow, fuck off! I exploded! I exploded his top off. Yakuza a staple. Ah! Get him! Got him! Got him! Is Bunghole though? But yeah, Bunghole's probably out because it sounds dirty. Heck, this pistachio nutsack. Nope, that's still blue. Not okay. My sister tried Damn, I mean a Beaver's Dam, and that didn't work. Best be prepared. I mean, okay. Take me to preparation. I guess. Well, I don't even get the item? Come on. That's Kyo-O's camp. I might need to sneak in. I should wait until nightfall. What? What? Dragon Swords, hey! How you doing? I'm doing relatively well, considering the circumstances. I think I'm doing as good as I can be. So, I hope you're doing well as well. This is not sneaking! Kishiro! Is this sneaking? This is not sneaking. Why did you need to wait until nightfall to do this? Does Kin sneak? I do not think that he does. Phew, ha 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 ha. He's like, man, I tried to tell y'all, but you didn't want to hear it. Fine, kill all. By killing everyone. I'm like, I don't want to be in the army of ruin anymore. No, Yeah, no, after that, I'm like, I'm not in the Army of Ruin anymore because I don't care enough to have my head raspberry jam exploded. Thank you so much. It's been a great opportunity. I definitely won't put it on my resume. It's the penitent! Dragon's a fake friend from my school days found my social media and said a thing to remind me of bad memories from the past. Blocked him but still wrecked my day. Oh no, you don't have to be sorry for that. That sucks. That's a really, like, nasty thing to do to somebody, and you don't deserve that. And I'm really sorry that someone did that to you. That's... I don't know why people are just like... Are things not bad enough? You gotta go around being hateful to people? Like, don't get a hobby. Learn how to crochet. I don't know. But, like, do better than this, people. I can never get my foot above my head while kicking. Ooh, yeah, I definitely did. Significantly above my head. And that was always very strategically useful when I was still doing karate tournaments and stuff. Because people would, like, you know, people make assumptions. I guess people thought because I was chubby as a kid that meant that I couldn't, like, you know, be nimble or, like, what is your deal? Or I guess flexible. But I could and was, not so much now. I mean, I'm still pretty flexible. I think once you stretch some of that stuff out enough when you're a child, it just kind of stays maybe more flexible than it would have otherwise. I don't know. Because I've still got an amount of the flexibility. I bet, like, you know, given a good year or two to work on it, probably not even that long. I bet in 6 months I could do full splits again. I don't see a reason to do that. It would take it took so long to be able to do splits, like, in both ways splits. It took so long, and it was like essentially the search, like, oh, it's already on. I feel like it's kind of like the pursuit of abs. Like, it's not, like, evil in itself, but it's not like, it takes a lot of, at least for me, it took a lot of effort and work to be able to do side and front splits. And it was just because I wanted to be able to do it. And at a certain point, it was not worth the amount of, like, effort it took to keep it up. But I mean, I still have, you know, it still have some of the benefits from it. All right, I'll just get this guy, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if it's like it's not really that useful in, like, self-defense, but for, like, you know, strictly in the context of, like, the sparring that you do for sport martial arts, it is incredibly useful. But, like, what you need to do for, like, self-defense is not that. What the fuck? This is not it? This way? Oh, okay, I see duders. Ha ha ha, bitch! I mean, honestly, what our teacher said, and I think that he's correct, is that the most useful thing to do in a self-defense situation is to, just go for the nose Like, if you even just kind of, you don't even have to hit it hard or do a good punch or anything. If you just slap fight, hit someone square in the nose, if you're flailing and miss and you graze their nose but pretty hard, that's pretty much the end of the fight. Because at that point, even, you know, even if you don't break someone's nose, which, you know, you don't need to stop a fight, like, if you just kind of wang it good enough, that's the end of that, because, like, the person is now gonna be more worried about their nose bleeding than they are gonna be about whatever you're doing. And that gives you enough chance to, like, you know, get away. I think that's, like, really useful because it's kind of available to anybody of any, like, skill or ability level. It's just like, just wang them pretty good in the nose. And that should at least give you a chance to get away. Oh my god, this is so many. Why are there zombie guys here? When did this happen? Oh man, fuck you. Do they count, does swears count for Southern Baptist rules if they're in the King James Bible? Well, it depends on the context. And also, Southern Baptists don't use the King James Bible. They use the NIV, the New International Version. I don't know why they all use that one, but they do. At least all the ones I went to. We went to a few. This is the wrong way. Hey, bud. Now what are we doing? I guess we're going this way. Okay, there's 2 markers. Why is the character on fire? I think that's just his, like, battle aura. For when he can do his burst move, which is a type of heat move, kind of. It's essentially heat moves. So you get special moves when you've filled up the Big Dipper gauge. And then when you're in burst mode, which is what it's called here, then you can do extra techniques and stuff. And your stuff is more powerful, and you can do that jumpy thing and kick in the air. Oh right, I forgot I have key field, where I can do that. This is what happened with Keyfield the last time. We got it so late, forgot about it. And then I used it a little bit and was like, this is great, and then forgot about it again. Really? Come on, Ken. Damn it, significantly less swears than the NIV. How do they handle song? Oh, the what is it? The Song of Solomon? Is that the thing? I gotta scroll back up in the chat. Oh, Song of Songs. Yeah, they do cover that somewhat. I would say I think I've heard a pastor preach on that book maybe twice. and it was in the context of marriage and like how married people should treat each other. They're not exactly anti-sex. It's just that it has to be cis straight married sex with the possibility of pregnancy on the table. I mean, even that, to me, like, I think the contraception thing is even newer as a thing that they're kind of pressing harder than when I was in the church, because when I was in the church, it was, like, not considered a big deal or a problem for a woman who was married to take birth control. Because, like, you didn't want there to be too many babies, because then, you know, maybe she wouldn't be, like, I don't know, as available to do her housewifely duties or whatever. I mean, the stuff that comes out of the Quiverful stuff is like, it was not always in there. And like, that's the stuff that's wild, is like, I'm a little bit too old to be, oh, for fuck's sake, this butthole. I'm a little bit too old to be a proper millennial, because I was born during the Carter administration. But there was kind of like a baby bust then, and, you know, because shit was pretty bad. And like, oh, for fuck's sake. And people were like not really in a mood to be like, nah, it's a great time to have babies. You know, like now. And so, like, it was not, like, have as many babies as you possibly can and adopt other babies and, like, literally physically indoctrinate as many children as you possibly can like it is now. And I remember even being someone who spent 4 days a week, several hours a day, in an evangelical church, and granted, I wasn't listening to all of it, but, like, you know, it's repetitive. And so I got, you know, a fair share of it, and it just wasn't a thing then in every church for this. So, like, things that people kind of agree on later kind of have to filter out, because, like, when I was a little kid, they were still doing Halloween. And then, like, there came a time where it wasn't allowed anymore. And so, like, and then they all wanted to pretend like it was like that all the time, which really fucking upset me and pissed me off. As a kid, because I was like, you can't tell me that it's always been like this. We literally went trick-or-treating last year! Get him! Oh, there's another guy here? Yeah, I guess he's like in Meridian shock now. I threw him around with one hand. And then he blew up. Oh. Another one of these fucking guys? Like, there's this whole thing where, like, you know, ex-evangelicals at a certain age younger than me, like, will talk about engrams, because I guess there was, like, a book about, like, engrams and being an evangelical Christian that everyone got really into. Because when I was in evangelical church, they were literally like, personality tests are demonic. And they were not into that. What they were real into back then was biblical numerology. So it's not like it was based on anything better. They literally have fads about shit like any other community. And things will go like in and out of fashion, and people will like, you know, agree that Halloween shouldn't be a thing anymore, and then that takes a while to filter out to people. It's, you know, there's not like a pope of evangelicals. Like, it's just a bunch. If you have enough people who agree to be in your church, like, you have a church. That's how it works. And like, it used to be a lot looser. I mean, it was still evil, but like, they were not so lockstep with each other. They're very, very locked in now. I mean, like, this used to be, it's fucking wild, because like, the way that, you know, being a Baptist used to be is extremely different. I mean, like, this used to be a fucking religion that was a way more of a thing about, like, you know, like, having a personal, like, a legitimate personal spiritual connection with the divine, that you could, like, you know, that how you felt about things was, like, important. And, like, that has become this. It's bad and sick. And it's just like, this, it used to be very individual, like, you could disagree on things, or say, like, you know, I am being convicted in my heart differently than you, and that, like, you know, I have had a revelation from the Lord that, like, I don't know, gay people are fine? And, like, no, you can't do that anymore. Like, yeah, I know engrams are Scientology. There's Scientology and evangelicalism now. I don't know why. That happened after I left. I was very surprised, because I'd only ever heard of engrams as, like, a Scientology thing. Oh, level up! So they operate like political parties. Yeah, no base values, just change what the base wants. Yeah, I mean, it is down to the point where, like, if you don't abuse your kids in exactly the right way that they tell you to, you're out. Like, they have a lot of control over the people they have control over. Like, it is almost impossible to understate how fucked up it is. Don't you kick me! Now if I kill So you're saying it's transformed from a religion to a cult, basically? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, to me, one of the main, like, kind of, like, when you're like, are you allowed to disagree with the status quo and still be a member in good standing? Like, are you allowed to not attend without having to give an explanation for yourself? Like, you know, if you try to leave the group, do they completely shun you and have every member shun you, including family members? Like, you know, do they try to cut you off from, like, all other influences? Like, yeah, all of those things are true with them. They were true when I was a kid, and they're worse now. I don't know how else to define them. They're, like, very cult-like. I mean, the only reason why they don't get called that is because there's a lot of them, I think. Oh, shit! bitch.
どういうことだ
Oh man, he's got big, scary knee pads. Are we gonna fight and die? Kisana's dad?
死ね
I won't. Sometimes I get the idea that some of these evangelicals just had media training. I mean, they didn't, is the thing. I mean, like, they do things that are legitimately grotesque. And that if people simply covered them like they were seriously worth covering, it would raise alarms. But they don't. It's like, I mean, evangelicals are so horny to be persecuted as Christians in America that they will, like, literally do illegal tax shit that they're not supposed to do based on their churches being taxed, not fucking taxed, and they will film themselves doing it and then send fucking pictures, like send a video to the IRS, who does nothing because they are scared of what will happen if they do. And they should be, because look at what's happened. Oh, fuck off, Kyoto. Alright, let me eat some jerky. I thought if I heard what you said out of context, I thought you were describing Scientology. Yeah, I mean, I was real interested in Scientology for a while because I was just like, some things here feel familiar. I mean, that's why people get upset when people are like, they're not real Christians, or they want to be like, well, it's a cult, so they're not real Christians. And I'm like, no, they are Christians. Because if they weren't, because the reason why they are Christians is because we treat them like they are. They are treated with the same deference that all Protestant Christians are treated with in America. And that anything done in the name of, like, Protestant Christianity is, like, not gonna be questioned. It's pretty invisible. And, like, that's why they're Christians. Because no one but Protestant Christians could do that. That's not Nadai.
Taruga.
That's Targa! Can you imagine what would have happened if Donald Trump had had a cabinet that had been majority Scientology? Like, majority members of Scientology. But it's majority evangelicals, and nothing. It never goes anywhere. Like, more people know about Xenu than know about, like, what pre- and post-tribulationist is, and, like, pre- and post-tribulationalism, dominionist, evangelical end-time stuff is more important to know about. But way less people know about it. I'm gonna kick this guy's ass again. Shining orb. Oh. I met God twice. One time I was basically a toddler. He didn't say anything. He just touched my forehead and disappeared. Second time very recently, I was having constant panic attacks and he came to me in a dream and told me to have faith and pray and it will be okay. And it was after I listened to him. Well, I mean, that just sounds nice. Like, that's nice. I wish the evangelical God was that nice. I mean, like, you know, I sometimes you need someone to tell you it's gonna be okay. And like I I don't like want to tell other people what they should or shouldn't believe, you know. But with evangelicals it's different because they're fascists. That's what makes it different. It's not because they're Christians or not. It's because they're fascists. And they operate literally exactly like fascists always do. And it's so frustrating because people want to give them all of this like space, or people have for 50 years given them all this space to set all this shit up. People tried to be like, don't do this, don't let them do this, and people were just like, ah, shrug emoji my whole life. And it's just like, well, now everything sucks. So great job, I guess. I mean, I said this on Twitter, but it's very striking because it's just like the evangelical Jesus is barely anything that you would recognize as being related to the story of Jesus as like anyone else tells it. And it is only evangelicals who are like, what if Jesus was a mean asshole who screamed at you anytime you were enjoying yourself and he hates kids? And I'm just like, that does not seem like anybody else's version of what Jesus is like. It's real weird. Like, yeah, you know, Jesus, the Christ of Nazareth, who famously hated children. Yeah, okay. You know, but like, so like, in that way, yeah, they're doing literal almost heresy, but it's like, in order for that to wash, to be like, well, they're not real Christians, then other Christians would have to treat them like they're not real Christians, and they don't. And that's the problem. Because, you know, because it is. Like, that is what is wrong with all of this. He said nothing about terrorizing the LGBTQ plus community in his name, so I don't know where they got that from. LOL. Nobody believes this happened, though. I guess it's just my personal memory. Oh, that sounds really nice, Dragon Swords, though. What a nice memory to have. I'm gonna hit your ride. Take me to Eden. Oh, wait. Oh, well, that's fine. I got words about Paul. I mean, yeah, because, like, certainly, you know what? No, I'm gonna go here. Okay. Certainly the evangelical Christianity is certainly the Christianity of Paul. If it's anybody's Christianity, it's Paul's. Because these people don't fucking care. I mean, like, I mean, it quit being about Jesus of the Bible so long ago. These people don't care about that, and like trying to remind them about how they're wrong about Jesus, like it just doesn't matter. What, for real? I grew up in a Muslim family, and the story I grew up with was that Jesus was the kindest Messiah and will return one day to bring world peace on these awful run planet. Yeah, I mean, most people get a Jesus story where Jesus is like, I don't know, the nicest guy, and like, and was like, what if we weren't horrible to each other and to children, and like feed people who are hungry, be nice to children. I said that to Josh about the thing about mean Jesus, and he was like, oh, so evangelicals are just like suffer the little children dot dot dot, and they just cut it off there. And I'm like, yeah, basically. It's because it's supposed to be suffer the little children to come unto me, as in allow the little children to come unto me, and they're just like, no, the little children should suffer. And that's what they took from it, because that's what they're like. I mean, these are people who have literally written books about how it is unholy and not biblical to refuse to beat your infant child for crying. That is what they are advocating. And if you're not willing, like, literally for the defiant sin of being a baby and crying. Like, that's what we're dealing with here. And and I'm just like, however bad you think it is, I assure you it's worse. And I don't know how to get it across to people. You know, I mean, I got interested in Buddhism a little bit when I was doing my I don't know, deconstructing, getting out of evangelicalism, and I mean, I had to figure out what to think by myself, because if I had told anybody what I was thinking, I would have literally been committed to an actual mental institution, because that is a thing that they used to advertise in evangelical churches to evangelical parents, that there was this place and they would take your kid, and as long as your insurance went, they would go. And they literally advertised at the church, and my dad used to leave brochures for them on my bed when he thought I was getting too rammy. Like, this is what they're like. The only thing that stopped that was that the insurance refused to pay for it anymore. I don't think they would have ever stopped it otherwise. I mean, they do it other places too, but like, it's not as widespread, I think, because, you know, like, insurance won't pay for that shit anymore. Evangelicals get St. Paul so wrong, they're St. Paul as much as they're Jesus. Well, I mean, that's probably fair. In at least so far as the Bible that I was raised with, they certainly were quoting saucy misogyny from Paul a lot. They love that shit. But I mean, it's just like, I think that the thing too to understand is that, like, I don't know, evangelical sermons are weird. They're not really like studying the text, really. They're more like the pastor has a rant / comedy routine / rant that he wants to do, and he's picked some Bible verses to go with it. This can be anything. Oh, fuck. Like, literally anything. It could be anything. It could be how, like, I mean, these guys are like, I don't know, like real garbage streamers who only, like, watch other people's content and then, like, spend 8 hours online making fun of other people and, like, sending giant harassment mobs their way. It's like that, but church. But it's also church. And it's almost as long, too. You will not get out of an evangelical church service in under 2.5 hours. It's just not happening at all. Just unbearable, because it's like 95% just being bored out of your fucking skull, and then 5% terrifying. But yeah, they'll just be like, well, I went to the movie theater the other day, and you're just like, fucking here we go. Pastor Bob's about to vibe out on some shit about how he thinks that fucking skirts are too short or whatever the fuck, and he's gonna be like, in Ecclesiastes, blah, blah, blah. And he'll pull like one fucking verse out, and then be like, and that means that Jesus agrees with me, and that these harlots shouldn't, and like women shouldn't wear pants, or whatever the fuck their problem is today. Because they've always got a fucking problem. They don't care about implications because they're just literally pulling out, like, it is just literally like, they treat the Bible like it's a thing to get fortune cookies out of. And then they're just citing it like, because, like, the most useful kind of knowledge in an evangelical church is to be able to, like, control F inside your brain to come up with a word that matches the topic, right? So, like when my dad was making me run all the time, my mother would leave verses for me on my bed that she, like, wrote out by hand about running. Like, Corinthians, oh, for the Lord shall be a swift messenger under my feet, or whatever the fuck. And, like, just leave that for me, like, and I've done a Jesus, good job me. And it's just, like, about, like, that's why I call it, like, church, but in a food court. Like, what if the airport was church? It is that soulless. What if your biggest, like, spirituality was the mall food court, and you're supposed to be real spiritual in the equivalent of a McDonald's? And I simply can't. Sorry. Yeah, it's just it's almost impossible. I mean, and that's like it's I don't want to stand on that. It's so foolish to, like, because the thing is that, like, evangelicalism, the way that I know it and lived it, is like a feelings religion. And, like, it's about having and displaying the correct feelings. And a lot of times the feelings that you're meant to display are disgust at people who are different. You know, they love that, but, like, also, you know, it's very communal. Everyone is expected to conform. Like, communal in that the community agrees, and then you are expected to conform to that exactly. And there's no way to say I don't agree or I choose not to. That's not a thing you're allowed to do. On literally anything. Like, my mother got real rammy about, like, speeding over the speed limit after, like, a pastor gave a sermon where he, like, preached against speeding, and then, like, which is fine. I mean, the speed limits exist for safety, but, like, you know, then thus began, like, a passive-aggressive war of attrition between my parents, where my dad would be driving very fast, because he always did, and my mother would be making little, like, noises and be like, slow down, dear, for the Lord. And he was, like, not trying to hear that. He did not fucking care about that. And she did it to me, too. And I was just like, no one is here. Like, you made me drive you on this highway at night, and there is no one around. And yes, I am doing 60 when it is 55. And she just be like, after one fucking sermon. I mean, and it's like, is Jesus not busy? Like, does Jesus not have better things to do than monitor my speedometer? According to my mother, no. But it wasn't even about that. It was about the fact that, like, someone in power had said that, like, this was the way that things were supposed to be, so that's the way that it was supposed to be. And it was like that about everything. Literally everything. It sucked and I fucking hated it. I'm like, there is literally no part of yourself that is too small of a detail for Southern Baptists to think that they don't have a right to tell you that you're doing it wrong and you should do it some other way that they want. And probably fucking scam bullshit that makes them money. Because, like, that's the other thing, too, is these things are top to bottom MLMs. Like, the church is a scam. Lil Sub says Jesus is a cop. Oh, God. You are describing how a certain ideology, fascism, works? Yeah, that's the thing. They're like, all they care about is the power to make you do shit they're not gonna do themselves. Ever. Because the doing of the thing isn't the point. The point is that they can make you do it. That's the point. And the point is it proving to you the fact that you don't want to do something is not enough. And and it doesn't matter how small it is. It doesn't matter if it has to do with the color of your nail polish. Like, they want to have the right to dictate literally everything. And nothing makes an evangelical happier than forcing somebody to do something they don't want to do. That's what they love. Makes them feel powerful, you know? It's like, even when I changed my name, you know, I didn't know why I needed to change my name. But, like, so it was not like gender was on the table as a topic. It wasn't. I just wanted to change my name. And my family was like, no, we're not going to do it. And why? It is simply because it was something that I asked them to do that they could say no to. It was simply because they were like, because you have asked me to do something, you have given me the power to tell you no. That pleases me. And so therefore I'm going to tell you no, simply because hurting you is pleasurable to me. And that is the evangelical church. I mean, there's a reason why they all love Trump so much, you know? Like, and anybody who was surprised by that doesn't know these people. Supervillain vibes. Oh yeah, big time supervillains, you know? I mean, it's like, there's a reason why my father loves it, is because it is like, it is telling people like him that they're right for being assholes. And, like, you shouldn't tell people like my dad that they're right for being assholes. That's not great. They're more henchmen than the supervillain, except they get to be the supervillain of their own family. And that's what they're sticking there for. It's like, you know, they'll take all manner of shit as long as they have someone else to kick in the face. That's all they want. Like, that is what they most want, is to, like, hurt other people for fun. And I'm just like, if you approach evangelical Christianity from that point of view, you will not be surprised by the things that they do. I mean, you really don't need to know the ins and outs of their theology. Those are pretty simple questions to answer. The question of, like, what are they going to do? What is their point? They're fascists. That's that's what they're gonna do, is fascism stuff, because they're fascists. It's really not that complicated. Alright, y'all, it is time. It is the top of the hour, and it's time for me to go. It's a little bit of a rammy one, but, you know, sometimes you get a little bit rammy. Friday is the next stream. We are going to be finishing this game on Friday, and we will be starting Yakuza 5. So I hope that you are ready for that, because I am very excited. Oh, come on, Foggy Brain. Oh, I say it's foggy in here. Why, the movie The Fog didn't have this much fog in it. Brr, brr, brr. God. I can't remember the regular outro. Thank y'all for being here and hanging out with me. I appreciate you enjoy the rants. Well, thank you so much. I enjoy that you enjoy them. I appreciate y'all being here and keeping me company, and I appreciate the conversation. It was good. I hope y'all had a nice time. Hopefully I'll see you on Friday if you can make it. If you can't, that's totally okay. I'll see you when you can. And, yeah, end of the game. Hope you're looking forward to it. It's time for me to go. My name is Allie. I'm from Ok2BeFat, because it is okay to be fat. I gotta go. Bye!